All right. Hi, everybody. It's me. Hello from North Carolina. This is our third live session, and our plan is to go live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday to share news from or industry news from the past week. So that is our plan. So you are going to be seeing a lot of me. For those who are joining, please drop a comment in the comment section. I don't know why. I still don't know what to call it, but yes, please share your comments and let me know that you are tuning in. I feel like not quite a pro at doing live, but I am getting better with each and every passing week. So thank you for your patience as I work through this. But in any case, for those who don't know me, my name is Rosa Cruz, and I am the founder and chief business development officer of the Rosa Collective. And we help underrepresented leaders in the fashion industry with strategic planning and advising. Our mission is really to support a more diverse and inclusive sustainable fashion industry by filling in the leadership and ownership gaps in the apparel supply chain, as well as just in sustainable fashion in general. So that's who I am. Let's get to it. So first things first, I wanted to give a shout out to Thanya Medhivad, who is part of our team and one of the marketing geniuses who lends their expertise to the Rosa Collective as well as our clients. Yesterday, Thanya and I were having our check-in, and we realized, or she, that it was her 5-month anniversary. So those of you who know me, I love celebrating. I love birthdays. I love anniversaries. I love month-iversary. So yay to Tanya for her 5-month month-iversary. What else? Just checking to see if there's any comments here. We got a couple of likes. No comments yet, but that's okay because I'm going to keep going. So this week is Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is super exciting. I don't know if you guys know, but the National Association for Community College Entrepreneurship is actually headquartered in North Carolina at the Wake Tech campus in Cary. They actually were headquartered in my home state of Massachusetts and were formerly located on the Springfield Technical Community College campus in Springfield, which was known as STIC for those who are tuning in from Massachusetts. Another thing is I will be at NC State again today, and I just realized I did not set my timer. You guys know I am a stickler. Oh, no, I did. We got 6 minutes left. So I will be at NC State again with the Business Sustainability Collaborative for a speed networking event. And I will be with fellow impact entrepreneurs that are based in the North Carolina Triangle area. I also wanted to say thank you to Schema and the Global Training Initiative. I was on the NC State campus last week participating in a marketing roundtable, which was really great. I hope to see some of you at tonight's event. Another bit of NC history, NC News is the NC History Museum has an exhibit called Dressing the Abbey. So for those who are history and textile and costume buffs, please check out the exhibit. It is going until January 17th. And my hope is to catch the exhibit before the end of the year. Interesting thing that I learned this week, North Carolina has 2 ports, one located in Morehead City and the other in Wilmington. I was happy to hear that both of those ports are running at full capacity and operating 24 hours a day, which is great. And other fashion news, Kimberly Jenkins, who is the founder of the Fashion and Race database, has launched Artist Solomon, which is a consultancy to educate the fashion industry and provide creative and research support from academics. So that's another bit of interesting news. COP26 feels like a big disappointment to a lot of people, and a big fail on the part of world leaders. One person described it as it's like when your bathtub is overflowing and you grab the mop instead of turning off the tap water. So I thought that that was an interesting analogy. Another thing that was interesting too, and not really surprising, but China did not offer any new plans regarding emission, which again, I wasn't really surprised about, but I was also curious to see if this is going to be a part of their kind of like competitive edge package, and wondering if this is going to incentivize people to have, you know, China be their playground, especially for brands who aren't interested in compliance, especially as it relates to labor rights as well as environmental action. So Crocs and ThredUp announced a program last week, which is clean out and cash in. I always love it when people are incentivized to dispose of their unwanted fashion in a sustainable way. But I always feel like when you scratch the surface on these programs, it really is just another promotion and a way to push sales. So very clever, very clever. But in any case, that's another interesting partnership. Allbirds, on November 3rd, they had their first official trading day and their shares doubled, which not surprising. But I feel like sustainable fashion is a bit of a mixed bag, right? Because to be perfectly honest, no money, no mission, right? We all have to make money in order to have our businesses thrive. But I always worry because at this point, I feel like the race is on, right? So the race is on to please shareholders, to gain and maintain profitability, to expand your customer base. And this to me feels like a critical and scary time in the growth of companies, because my experience has been is that it's at this point where company culture starts to get eroded and lost as a way of pleasing shareholders. So I'm going to be paying attention to that. I thought it was also interesting because I saw a commercial from Allbirds with Travis Barker in it, where he's like sitting in a hot tub talking about their SPO framework. And it didn't really do much for me. But the one thing that I did like was that one of the lines in the commercial was that their framework gives Mother Earth a seat at the table. So I thought that was clever. Next, in fashion news, brick and mortar isn't dead. I feel like this is something that always comes up. But according to a survey by IBM, 98% of Gen Zs make their purchases in store. They do their research online, but they actually make their purchases in stores. And one of the reasons that they do this is because they are interested in having a tactile and immersive experience that is supported by personal shopping and expert advice. And they also are interested in being part of community, and in-person shopping actually allows them to disconnect from social media. So, oh no, that's our timer. All right, I'm going to run through some things quickly. Lots of discussion around how sustainable brands can be relevant for Black Friday, Cyber Monday week. I'm going to to dig into that a little bit more. Next week, like I said, we are almost out of time. Next week, I have a newsletter release, which I'm going to be talking about my love of retail and fashion, and how I reconcile my love for retail and fashion with overconsumption and an industry that promotes it, especially at this time of year, even though we have major strains on our supply chain. So next week will be very interesting. And next week live is also going to be focused on love clothes that last. So please join us next week. Thank you everybody for joining us. I will be back next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions that you would love to have me answer, feel free to DM me or email me. And yeah, I think that's it. All right. Bye from North Carolina.